Hello YouTube, Ven Corbin here, back with the Drifter Saloon, and we are doing our featured superstar of this weekend, which is Hall of Fame Yokozuna. We have a new addition to the roster today, as in two different ways. The Hall of Fame Yokozuna character came to us for right after the heels of the Hall of Fame characters that we did, both Lawler and Dusty, and we have a new member joining us for the reviews, BPG, Big Papa Gaming. You can see his logo is also up there under DJ Anon. Super cool. Thank you, Big Papa Gaming, for giving us your review and your score. I'm glad that you could join the rest of us in the saloon for adding a tier placement, and let's jump into it. So, we have quite a few people. Sapper and Zinker did not leave a comment this time around. Zinker didn't leave a score either, but we did get a score from Sapper. So, jumping into it, Bob says, Yoko without gears is unfortunately horrible in my mind. I know others don't think it, but without them, he just falls way too flat. The damage output is okay without them, but with it, it goes up significantly, as well as the likelihood of keeping an opponent down with more than double the botch gems. He's very similar to Big E Powerhouse. He's a very similar Powerhouse Big E card to me, in the sense that they have a large red move damage and botch gems to prevent people from kicking out. Fake Showboat Batista is what he put there. Alright, up next we have Benny. Benny was very short on time as they were at work, but they were able to give us the information saying many builds, red, yellow, and the submission can also be fun. Awesome coach can beat anyone turn 1. I'm sorry, I forgot to do a small brief thing I usually do. So Yokozuna is a powerhouse style character, and the effect that he does for his coaching ability is reinforced gems go up by 10, 25, 50, and 100% at 18k. So 300, 5k, 9k, and 18k respectively. Yokozuna is a reinforced gem damage coach. We'll hear this referenced a couple times on other people's reviews, that's why I bring it up now. Alright, now on to the newest member of our roster. BPG says he is a solid 7 without gears, 8 or 9 with gears. 1 gear won't make much of a difference. I love that he has many builds and can use a cocktail of trainers. I like that the all heart plate for him, as the sub charges the finisher, which creates purple gems. Very interesting to hear a different kind of plate usage. The all heart plate was not something I thought about from the get-go, so thank you Big Papa Gaming for that little bit of insight on what you're building with Yokozuna. Very cool. Alright, up next is the individual who gave our retro score of the day. Davey D gave a 4 out of 10 without gears or straps. I'm hoping he's better with gear. Color me not impressed. I had one build where I won, purple, red, damage for every silence gem, sub, and then create silence gems, which I think the purple, red is what a lot of people used, and then this purple, yellow, red. But, so Davey did give it a lower score. And then we're going to jump over to DJ Anon, who was awesome enough to send me that, he sends me a picture every time as well, where he runs the red, the yellow move being the back rake, and then the two yellow moves, or the two red moves, I'm sorry. The two red moves and back rake is what he utilizes. Favorite moveset, this is assuming that both gears, that you have both gears and perks. He goes on to say, I'm only going to give him an 8 because he is dependent on gears to reach potential, and that is only considering that I like his coaching ability. If he didn't like his coaching ability, he'd give him a 7. Very rough, low score there, or mediocre score there. No 10s, no 9s yet. Godflow chimes in next saying 8, but with 1 gear, 8.5, with 2 gears, 9. Very versatile. Swiss Army knife, and reference to the versatility, different movesets and such. Takes advantage of powerhouse class. And takes advantage of powerhouse class, so it is a powerhouse Hall of Famer. Goldie jumping in, piggybacking off of Godflows, also saying very versatile. First finisher and purple sub recycle very well. Double yellows blow up the board, and second finisher with cheap shot deals big damage, and is basically a better Mark Henry. For those of you who don't know, Mark Henry also generates a board full of botch gems, which makes it very hard to kick out. Better than Hall of Fame Hall, and better than Hall of Fame Godfather. So Goldie is saying that Yoko's up there. Yoko's better than the other two, even. She didn't even mention Hall of Fame Andre, who I'm assuming is the 4th on the list. So, alright, up next we have J-Man. They seem to be making the newest Hall of Fame as good, but needs both gears to be great. Pause. Ven Corbin's opinion here. That is to a T what I was going to say. I very much agree with that sentiment, J-Man, saying that all the Hall of Fames recently are good, but they need the gears to be great is literally how I feel the current meta is for all of these Hall of Fame characters. I hope we get a Hall of Fame character much like I believe Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't utilize any gears. So it would be nice to have a Hall of Fame character that doesn't need the gears to be great. Maybe a great Hall of Famer with a phenomenal gear set that makes them, I don't know, up there with the other tier ones. We're going to continue what J-Man said, saying Yoko is really great with both gears. I like his MP gain move that lets you hit the Bonsai drop on turn 1 and botch the whole board. Also, like the Blast Gem set that blows up the board, he has 3 to 4 different good movesets. Submission and First Finisher also recycle well. I'd say he's definitely a top Hall of Famer and pretty good powerhouse overall. I'd be happy to pull this card and team him with Godfather. Sounds like J-Man did not pull him, which is unfortunate if he didn't. Alright, up next is Gerson. Gerson, I do need to mention, usually gives a very much of a shorter review. This time, Gerson gave us a paragraph and a half, so I'm very excited to hear his opinion. Gerson says, very strong, and you don't even need the gears for his best moveset. They just make it pretty impossible to kick out. What you need, on the other hand, is a good move metal, which could be hard to come by for many. Having Priest as a coach is a very big deal, and even with Batista, it's pretty damn strong. Also, good to know is that given what I'm seeing all over Discord, I don't know if they screwed the odds or something, but people are pulling him left and right at 4-star bronze from the free RNG bags, way more than usual, kinda similar to how APA Bradshaw was all over the place back then. Fun fact that G mentions this because Erebus messaged me the night of saying he pulled Yoko out of the bags, and if you want to check out my stream at twitch.tv/Ben Corbin, I did all of my bag openings, and I also pulled Hall of Fame Yokozuna out of the 4-star bronze bags. I am seeing Yoko everywhere, and it is insane. The funny part is G mentions APA Bradshaw being pulled out of bags, and that's also how I got my APA Bradshaw. I pulled both of them out of bags. So, yes, G, you are spot on. He is everywhere, and they're all being pulled from bags. Alright, now, Salt Alert. I wish I had a really cool graphic to throw up right here, but I would say Salt Alert. Sheik comes in saying, why is it everyone and their mother is getting him from a bag and I didn't? Hashtag Sammy Conspiracy Theory, LOL. Multiple great setups that recycle into each other that make Hall of Fame Yoko great, and I'd be excited to use him if I had him! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. You get the idea, he does it like 10 times. Again, meant in jest, Hall of Fame Yoko's training ability for people like Zombie Lashley is awesome, but it's extremely limited to very few characters. I also want to mention, he's also great for our current character, Hall of Fame Lawler, who utilizes reinforced gems. So we got a character this weekend that works wonderfully for our free character of the month. So if you pulled Yokozuna and you're leveling Lawler like you should be, as Sheik mentioned in the last preview, you should be leveling Lawler with those free MLC tokens. They will work great in tandem. Alright, up next, Merrick says, solid 8, 9 with gear. Like all of Hall of Fame, my biggest issue is tokens and cost of gears. The gears are very expensive, Merricks. I definitely agree with you there. I would not argue that point at all. The issue is tokens. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how they give out the tokens. If they have an event where they give them out, you know, try to do what you can to get them and gather them, and maybe it'll help, but... Alright, so for the last of comments, Retro comes in and says, the moveset that seems good is without the gears, but does seem from what I've seen a few good builds. Basically saying what most others have said, this is a very versatile character. I wouldn't know as of this review, I'm one of the few that haven't pulled him from the bag, so ignoring my saltiness of that, I will rank him with a 7. Another person who is super mad that they didn't pull him, I'm sorry, Retro. So yes, you heard a couple scores in there, we've gotten that. Let's open it up and show the Saloon scores. Boom! Alright, we have a 7.5, 9, 7, 4, 8, 8, 8.5, 8.5, 8.5, 8.5, 8, 7, 8, and I gave Yokozuna a 7. So, that being said, our retro score of the day is Davey D with a 4, and then our Merrick's score of the day came from Benny at a 9. So, that being said, lowest and highest 4 to 9, that's a very wide spread. He comes in at a 7.6, which is a tier 2 character. You may disagree, feel free to let me know, but I think that tier 2 is exactly where this Yokozuna should land. I wouldn't put him up, I wouldn't put him down. I think tier 2 is exactly the level we should expect to see him at. And if you do enjoy him, well, show me why you like him. Tell me why you like him. How do you build him? If you agree where he should be at, let me know that too. As it stands, the biggest question I want to ask is, leave a comment below if you yourself pulled Yokozuna out of the bag. I'm curious how many individuals got this character for free from the bags. I think it's super cool that Scopely had the odds in our favor as the community goes. And who knows? Maybe, who knows? Maybe this will end up becoming something really good where every once in a while the bags are skewed in our favor and we get another superstar like APA Bradshaw or Yokozuna. So like I said, like, comment, subscribe, follow the Saloon here on YouTube, follow the Saloon and twitch.tv/Ben Corbin. I'd love to see you there. And with that, that's all I have to say. Until next time, take it easy.